Hi, we are students from TAS. I'm Grimm.
I'm Sephira.
I'm Aither.
I'm Neo.
Today we're interviewing artist Gillian Turnham. Gillian designs complex geometric patterns of Islamic tradition.
What would your last meal be?
I had breakfast. I had toast with Marmite on it. Do you guys know what Marmite is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that the context of the question, or is it like your last meal ever?
Oh, like if I was on death row?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
also toast and Marmite. It's a pretty good combo.
Sounds great.
Do you currently have a lover?
I do.
Yeah.
Husband.
I have a husband.
Okay. I wanted to know.
Who was my high school sweetheart. We met when we were probably your age.
That's good. We don't have it these days.
No. Speak for yourself.
Do you have anyone?
We barely talk. I don't even talk to my crush.
Okay, fire in the barn.
Your artwork, your husband, and your children.
Or your partner.
Yeah. Okay. So I would save my child. My husband would go out the window. My artwork I can make again. It's okay.
What made you want to be an artist? Like, did you grow up like knowing that you wanted to do art, or did it just like something that you just like one day got into and you're like, oh, this is cool?
That's a good question. So I always worked with my hands from when I was, as far back as I could remember. But it wasn't necessarily art. It was just anything that involved working with my hands, whether that was, craft or kind of trade-based things, or like fixing things, taking things apart.
Why did you get into the arts program if you didn't know you wanted to be an artist?
Brutally honest answer, I had just moved here from England, and we moved to Lakefield, and my parents were told that if we went to Lakefield College School, we would probably get bullied because we went from Lakefield. And so we needed to join kind of like a special interest high school in order to go to school in Peterborough. And so there was the Catholic school, French immersion, or the arts program. And I don't speak French, and I'm not Catholic. So my brother and I were like, okay, we're going to get into the arts program.
I started doing art because my friend was doing it, and then I realized it kind of gave me a way of escaping from things. And most of the reason why I decided to join the art program was not because it was an art program. I did not want to go to the past high school I was at. So I was like, oh, I can do art. And I signed up for that, and it ended up working out for me.
Similar story to me in a way then.
How did your family feel about you pursuing a career in art?
That is kind of a difficult question. I believe that I just told them that was what I had decided. I didn't really ask their opinion or get their input. To be honest, I don't think that my parents really pictured me as something more prosperous than an artist. Like, they were never like, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer. So I said I was going to be an artist, and they were just kind of like, okay, we'll see where this goes. I think, yeah.
My parents kind of expect me to be an artist. Like, when I was younger, I was like really into art drawing a lot, so they just expected that was what I wanted to do. And I was kind of really pressured to get into the TAS program. So I can kind of relate to what Gillian went through with her parents, like how they didn't really expect her to be a doctor or like a lawyer or something, but it was just kind of opposites.
I think my parents have more expectations for me than I would like them to have. My mom is very consistent on me going to college and or university, which I don't necessarily plan on doing.
Can I ask a really simple but sometimes difficult question?
Sure.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, I don't have a long-standing favorite color. It shifts over time. And I think, I had a head injury when was it? It was about 10 years ago now, that really changed the way that I saw the color green. And so suddenly green became my favorite color. It was like it made greens just way, way more vibrant. I had a theory someone pitched to me this summer recently that it's possible that the head injury damaged my brain's ability to see red being the opposite of green. So my brain was subtracting reds from the green, and I was seeing green as more vibrant. And it's possible that that red capacity is starting to heal now because I'm so drawn to like rust colors and burnt oranges and things that are like way back on the red spectrum.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you get your head injury?
So I was doing some protest training before one of the big G20, when the G20 was in Toronto. I was going with a group of people. And so we were doing some training in terms of getting used to being tear gassed, or if, you know, one of your friends gets arrested, that you could like pull them back from the cops. And so we were doing some exercises in someone's backyard, and I was tasked with kind of pushing through a line of people who were trying to stop me from pushing through. And I did push through, and I rolled down a hill and smashed my head off of the wall of their house. Another theory that someone had as to why it changed the way I saw green is that grass was probably the last thing that I saw before I hit my head.
I feel like Gillian is a very heartwarming, truthful person. You know, she's very honest, and she seems like she has a lot of experience and very open to new ideas and new opportunities.
If I saw Gillian on the street, I don't think I would talk to them because I don't really know them that well. Or usually just, I've also had multiple experiences where I think I know the person who's on that street, and then I call their name and it's the wrong person. So I think I have PTSD from that, so I don't think I would do that again.
Okay, if I was gonna describe them in one word, I would describe them as free-spirited. I feel like they're a pretty free spirit. They like travel around a lot, you know, do their own thing.
The most interesting thing to me about Gillian was that she eats Marmite.